wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quench the thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic with this logic, you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic. Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic. Keep them out your face, no way, you don't want them, yeah. Don't try to drain my energy. The enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily, spreading like a rare disease. But I won't let it get to me. I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity. Come on, we can fight this. Freedom is priceless. Spread just like a virus. Living in a crisis. Do you feel courageous? Do you seek greatness? Trust me, you can take it. Go on and take your aim. Yeah. Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah.
Choppy Choppy Challenger, entering his name into the Choppy Choppy Hall of Fame after a beautiful long interview. The one, the only AJ Kirsch. Mr. Z, are you ready for the Choppy Choppy?
Yes.
When you are ready, gentlemen,
All right,
let the chopping begin.
The world tour continues, and I'm just gonna move that behind you. This is not going as smoothly as I thought. How does this go?
That way. There you go.
There we go.
Oh, man.
I said choppy choppy, not choke him out.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Ready?
Yep.
Ooh, woo!
Choppy Choppy World Tour continues.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good, brother.
That was a hell of a chop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging.
There we
in
go
there.
again, man. Gotta add another one. Whew. That's one more to the list. Let's go. Let's go again somewhere else.
Value Wrestling World Tour continues. Choppy choppy.
Are you freaking out?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Value of Wrestling. This is your Monday night post-show review. And I think you just saw the vicious, violent, unprovoked, unwarranted attack on me last night. I was simply asked to do a job. I insisted. We got to the main event, and yeah, on the big time, you know my co-host, Mr. Paulus Clarke, Mr. Z. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. We're here for Monday Night Raw. What are your thoughts tonight, gentlemen? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
After last night's vicious attack, how are you feeling?
I'm going to be okay. I mean, you know, I've got some injuries. I don't really want to discuss them. You know, got out of urgent care. It's going to take some time to heal. But, you know, I'll recover. I'll be okay. Anyways, it's Monday Night
If you wanna
Raw.
think about-
Go ahead.
If you want to think about Raw, it was Raw for what it was for 2 hours. I totally forgot it was a 2-hour show.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the new brief era of a 2-hour Monday Night Raw. What'll happen when they go to Netflix? We'll go back to 3 hours. We'll stay at 2 hours. We're gonna have to wait and see, but we're in the 2-hour era of Monday Night Raw. So we open up with CM Punk. CM Punk out here beaten, battered, and bruised. I feel the pain of Punk. I mean, I didn't go into a Hell in a Cell on Saturday night, but I stepped into a ring and got violently attacked for no reason. And as a non-athlete, a non-wrestler, no training at any of this. I mean, I think that balances out in some places. I think I almost stepped into the gates of hell there for a moment. But anyways, Punk comes out. He gives us his feeling. He doesn't feel like he's won. He slammed the door. He doesn't know when he's going to be back or what's next for him. They wanted to thank 3 groups of people, his fans, the tryhards, the ones that show up and ride or die, the ones with the signs. They wanted to thank his peers behind and in front of the cameras. And lastly, to all the people that hate him, how much more does he have to show to prove to you? He's turned it into cash, but he's going to go home. He hasn't seen his wife in 5 weeks. He's got to do a lot of flowers. And he starts to leave when Seth Rollins' music hits the airwaves and he comes down. Him and Punk have a brief stare-off before he shoulder checks Punk and walks to the ring. Rollins opens up in St. Louis with Monday Night Rollins, tells CM Punk from him and all the fans here, get well soon, because the sooner he gets back, the sooner he's healthy, the sooner Seth Rollins can kick his ass and retire him for good. Seth is back. He is back to destroy Bronson Reed. Reed's not here tonight after last week's match, but he will be watching out for Reed. He'll give, Seth said he'll give Reed 15 minutes in a Rollins versus Reed one-on-one. Name the place and name the time. Seth music hits, but it's cut off by Jey Uso as we get our opening match between the Intercontinental Champion Jey Uso and Xavier Woods. But gentlemen, your thoughts for how we open this new era of Monday Night Raw?
I'm glad they didn't really do this whole exaggerated way of writing CM Punk off. Very simple, very to the point. You understand it, and it makes sense. After a match like Hell in a Cell, we're really, selling what that match did to him, regardless, despite winning. I thought it was a great segment. They gave you a little touch of Seth, like, they're still going to go. They still got their problems, but they'll come back. They'll circle back to that later. Like I said, I thought it was a great segment.
Mr. Z, your thoughts on the opening of Monday Night Raw?
It made total sense. It's almost like Punk pretty much just said, I left what was left of me in the Hell in a Cell. Where they go to next, we'll see. I do that they are possibly teasing a Rollins Punk match. But for now, we got Rollins worrying about big Bronson Reed. I'm looking to see what happens.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out going forward. Anyways, we got Jey Uso versus Xavier Woods in this Intercontinental Championship match. This match was okay for what it was. Woods held the majority of the match. He dominated the majority of the match, which wasn't necessarily a wrong thing. It just wasn't it was just a mid-match. I don't know what to say. In the end, Jey, Woods tries for a springboard, but Jey hits him with the super kick. Jey to the top rope. Uso splash. 1, 2, 3. The match went 6 minutes, 32 seconds. The bigger part of this, I don't even think the match really mattered, sadly, because this was more about the aftermath. Kofi got in the ring and dabbed Jey's hands, congratulating him. Then he tried to tend to Woods. Woods got up fuming that Kofi was celebrating with Jey. Of course, Jey offered a handshake to Woods, but Woods wouldn't accept it. Kofi and Woods went up the ramp arguing before Jey's celebration got ended by Braun Breaker. Now, that first spear breaker hit on Jey was pretty solid because it was kind of out of nowhere and unexpected, and it worked. Then Kofi Kingston was in there. He was talking to Kofi like, we need to go help. Xavier didn't seem too interested. Kofi dove into the ring, looked for a Trouble in Paradise to get hit with another decent spear. Kofi went outside the ring with Woods' help. Woods was checking on Kofi when Braun Breaker did his stupid circle around the ring spear that one was not as good as the other ones. It's like, okay, everybody running around the ring. We see it too much now. And then Braun climbed back in the ring and hit another spear on Jay, which was probably the weakest of the 4 spears he hit tonight. I'm like, the one out of nowhere was fine. The last one was just, he's bouncing off one rope and the other rope to gain all the speed, but I just don't feel that it's there. But the match was decent. Wasn't the greatest. This was all more set up for the aftermath. Woods and Xavier Woods and Kofi arguing. Braun Breaker showing that he's really not a babyface. Continuing the storyline there. Your thoughts, gentlemen?
I
I
was
see your
more.
point.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was. The different spears. I mean, it's over. Like I said, you said it before. The spear we feel like is overdone. The one spear perfectly fine. Then the second one, Third one, I was waiting for the choo-choo train noises to come out when he starts running around the ring, like they did Braun Strowman when he would do his little thing.
Yeah.
And then the last spear, it's just, I don't even know anymore. Hopefully they can figure out a way to present this guy even better than what they're doing right now.
Yep.
I understand your point about the aftermath being more important to continue the story, but I think it's also important. The match itself was important just to solidify that first defense. Like, you kind of knew that Xavier was being fed to Jay, but you still have to kind of go through the motions and make it look decent. And it's like, you can't make it, if you don't make it look good, the story won't matter.
Yeah, it was an okay match. I don't know if it made anything solidified in any sense. It was a win. I think, I don't know, it didn't blend well. I mean,
Things like that first year. I mean, it's like, obviously it's not this grand, big solidification. I'm just talking about the idea that he defended the title. Now he gets to go to, the next contender.
yeah, no. Anyways, after that, we got a promo from Rhea Ripley calling out Liv, bringing up Raquel Rodriguez. Or Raquel, is it Rodriguez or is it Raquel Gonzalez now? I forget. I don't know if they changed her name back. I've heard some places she's back to being Gonzalez. Other places I heard it's Raquel Rodriguez. Anyways, Jackie Redmond tries to talk in the back to Braun Breaker. He just blows her off. And, yeah. Then we have we have the announcement for the Crown Jewel event for Cody. We talked briefly about the Cody Kevin Owens theme in the background, but I guess Triple H is doing that, and they don't want to talk about it on TV. Wade Barrett started talking about it, but got cut off. But eventually we got Cody Rhodes on the screen talking about he's here to see what Crown Jewel is all about. We come back from a break and we find Miz and Karrion Kross in the dressing room together. The Miz is here to show everybody once again why he is awesome. He's not a part of the Final Testament, though, as he told Karrion Kross. In comes Truth. Truth forgives Miz for kicking him, but tries to remind him he's not a part of Judgment Day no more. The Miz tells Truth the awesome Truth is no more. Kross gets on his shoulder and tells him Truth will weigh him down. Truth says he'll fix this. He'll talk to Pierce and get Miz a match. Miz says, no, if you want a match, me and you next week. So Miz is going to take on R-Truth next week. In the midst of this, we get a Wyatt 6 vignette over it, all the clicking. So who knows who the Wyatt 6 are focusing on next, if that's the Miz or if it's going to be Karrion Kross in the Final Testament. But a little tease there from the Wyatt 6. Anyways, the next match was a solid match. It was a Donnybrook match between Sheamus and Pete Dunne. Sheamus came out with a shillelagh. Pete Dunne came out with a cricket back. And it's exactly what you thought this would be. It was a slobber knocker. It was a Donnybrook. It was a banger of a match. It went 12 minutes, 44 seconds. It was a solid match. Sheamus they had some giant whiskey barrels, and at one point, Sheamus hit what I think is white noise off the whiskey barrels through a table. Pete Dunne almost got the win. Pete Dunne did eventually zip tie Sheamus's hands behind his back, looking like Sheamus was going to go down. Sheamus hit a bro kick on Dunne for a cover of 2. Dunne then, after Dunne tries to grab the neck, but Sheamus with a knee and a bro kick and falls on Dunne to get to the pin at 1, 2, 3. 12 minutes, 44 seconds. A solid match between these two. The added zip tying behind and Sheamus still coming out. Now he gets to proclaim he beat Butch with his hands tied behind his back. Your thoughts, gentlemen?
They sold me a ticket with the zip ties behind his back. I thought for sure Pete Dunne was going over. So the fact that Sheamus actually fought through it and came out victorious, I was like, okay, well played, WWE. You sold me a ticket.
Mr.
I
Z?
do like the fact that they did use the whiskey barrels was a good additive to this whole match. Being able to use them to the best of their ability. That white noise off the top of them did look painful, but Pete Dunne still doing what he can to stay in the match. That was impressive to me. Hopefully they're done with this, but we'll see.
Logan James says a spoiler alert to Raw main event. I guess after the show was over, Tiffany and Rhea took on Liv and Raquel Rodriguez. Thank you for sharing that in the chat. We know they do matches after the show. So, in the back, we see Liv Morgan, Dominic Mysterio, and Raquel Rodriguez from earlier today. The big question is if Raquel Rodriguez is part of Judgment Day. They won't answer any questions. And then they decide to leave. Liv and Dom just decide to drive off. Backstage, where Pierce and all ego Ethan Page comes in, and he's very upset with CM Punk because CM Punk cost him the match. He wants to talk to Pierce, but Pierce says, I didn't do that stipulation. Ava did, and Ava's here and says that she's off the clock, so they'll have to talk another time. And a 10-woman match for no reason but to fill in a match card. We got... Actually... Raw main event. Is that the Raw main event? I think they were taping 2 Raws tonight because they're supposed to be in the UK. But that wouldn't make... And Rhea tuning... I don't know. Interesting. That had to be a dark match for now. But they're supposed to be recording a second Raw tonight because they're supposed to be in the UK next week.
Well, because I mean, she does have the briefcase. So.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's a dark match for a main event. Anyways, the 10 women match for no reason other than to kill time on the show. The Unholy Union tagged up with Pure Fusion Collective to take on Lyra Valkyria, Kaden Carter, Katana Chance, Lena Vega, and Natalya. And when the babyfaces came out, they all came out to Natalya's music. The heels came out to their own group entrances. This match went 7 minutes, 11 seconds. Sonya Snapmares Vega, Lyra with a leg drop to the back of the head of Sonya. Cover 1, 2, 3. And your winners are Lyra Valkyria, Kaden Carter, Katana Chance, Lena Vega, and Natalya in a match that you could have taken a bathroom break, gone to the concession stand, bought your favorite merchandise, taken a nap, done 20 sit-ups.
Buy your favorite merchandise. Firsthand, that ain't happening.
Or you could have watched any of the wonderful videos we have here on the Value Wrestling in those 7 minutes and 11 seconds. Hell, you could have watched the video I put out today about Jekyll's and his uncalled for assault.
What a sick man. What a sick man.
I know you warned me about this man, but I would have never thought in the position I was in, he would have put hands on me. I know you told me about Jekyll's time and time again.
Told you too.
But I never thought that just simply doing a job as a favor, filling in, yes, it was a lifelong dream, and you never know when those moments are going to come, and it was very unsuspected. I mean, we just went in to call commentary. We didn't know that any of this was going to happen, but to do the whole night and do nothing to nobody but be there and be respectful as I can, as always, for a man of his stature, of his nature, to just brutally assault me. Gentlemen, your
I think
thoughts?
maybe that's what set him off.
Do what?
Shouldn't have called him a freak. I think that might have set
He
him off.
wanted me to call him a freak. That was what he wanted me to call him. The Freak Jekyls.
He did that on purpose.
Oh, he set me up for failure.
Riles him up.
Anyway, gentlemen, your thoughts on this 10-woman match of nothingness?
Good, Mr.
Am I like the only one that's getting tired of this whole pure fusion collective? Like, it just makes no sense to me. I mean, it is what it is. They have them together. I mean, I'm sorry if they really got nothing really to do with them, even though they probably could book them pretty solid separately. But I couldn't get into it. I'll be honest with you. I watched it for what it was and left it alone.
And what it was is just to say, hey, we still have a women's division outside the champion. That's the point of having shorter showtime. So you put more people together in one match to remind folks we still have a women's division, like I said, outside the champion. That's what all that was.
That sounds about right.
Yep. It was a basically filler match. Not a whole lot to get excited about. Then we got the main event.
Most uncharged are filler.
Then we got the main event, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Sami Zayn taking on Gunther. And of course, like at WrestleMania, they brought us their solid match. They told you and made it look like Sami was about to win. 2 huluva kicks. They took you to the edge of the seat. Another powerbomb by Gunther. A cover for 1. Sami kicks out at 1. Gunther is shocked. Sleeper from Gunther. Sami is fading. He gets another surge of energy, but Gunther holds it in. Sami fades. Ref calls for it. The match went 16:46. Not as good as the WrestleMania match, but it was still a solid match between these two, telling this story. Gunther getting his big win back. Can't wait to see the third one. Will Sami Zayn win the Royal Rumble? That could be a big question. Could Sami Zayn meet Gunther again at WrestleMania? There's a lot of story there if they want to go that direction. Or will Sami not win the Royal Rumble, but maybe win the Elimination Chamber? Have to go even further in that. My guess is for the Royal Rumble winner, it's either going to be CM Punk or it's going to be Sami Zayn. Those are the front runners I see right now in winning this Royal Rumble this year, or this coming Rumble, next year, 2025, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Gentlemen, your thoughts on the main event?
Yeah, for what it was a main event. I mean, Sami Zayn and Gunther always showing up, showing out, putting on a hell of a clinic. Having fans just hold to that one bit of hope that maybe Sami can do it again, only to put him to sleep. I mean, for a minute there, I was like, holy crap, they're actually going to do this. They're really this. And then once he slapped the sleeper on, I was like, no, never mind. I was dead wrong. But it was a solid match. Like you said, not as good as Mania, but it was a solid match. You got to give him that one.
I'm wondering, did anyone expect a WrestleMania match on a Raw? I mean, you guys keep saying, like, not as good as WrestleMania. Well, no duh, it was a TV match.
Yes, but when it comes to Sami and Gunther, I expect a really solid match. So, I mean, and of course, that's the one match we look back at where they faced each other. So, I mean, it's the last match in the record book. So, I mean, yes, you're going to kind of compare it to that last match. Now, expectations, maybe not, but I'm just saying, they could have done another classic if they wanted to.
With the time given, it was a great match because you don't have that extra hour no more. They were obviously, you could tell it was pressed. Most of the show was pressed for time because some of the matches were a lot faster than usual. So I love the fact that yes, this show sped up more than what we're used to. You're just gonna have to hope they give the best they can with the allotted time they're given.
And that's all I'm ever asking from Triple H at this point.
Well, he's not Tony Khan.
Anywho, like we've all agreed that it was a solid match for what it was. We'll just see where it goes from here. we're going to, we're heading towards that Saudi Arabia show, champion
Yeah.
versus champion.
That very expensive belt.
Yes, we're gonna get Gunther versus Cody, and all.
$1 million. Yep.
Well, Virgil's coming back.
Anyways, yes, we're heading to Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia for the Crown Jewel title. And yes, we're gonna get Cody versus Gunther, and everybody who thinks that's somewhere at Crown Jewel we're getting Gunther versus Goldberg. I don't know what sauce you're drinking. I think you're missing the boat here. We're not getting the Goldberg and Gunther at Crown Jewel. They told you what the match is going to be. Gunther wasn't dropping the title to Sammy tonight. So everybody who's posted this on Twitter and Facebook and TikTok and all these other stupid places, I mean, get a little educated. It's not going to be Gunther versus Goldberg.
And Goldberg is happening just about as much as my hair growing back.
If you're going to get a Gunther Goldberg match, it may be on a Raw. That would be the best place for it if they're going to do it. And it won't be for the title.
No.
But I'm telling you, I think Gunther and Goldberg are going to miss each other. You're going to be Goldberg trying to think the only way he can get to Gunther is to go into the Royal Rumble, where he gets eliminated by Braun Breaker. Bada bing, bada boom.
Mm-hmm.
There's your story.
Oh, yeah.
Obvious story in the room.
And tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, you'll have the hardest decisions of your lifetime to face. Tomorrow is Tuesday night, and you'll have to choose. Will you watch NXT with the new NXT champion Trick Williams? What is All Ego Ethan Page going to do? The United side, the North American champion, all those great stars over there. What is going to go on and who's going to show up? Are you going to watch Title Tuesday on AEW Dynamite, where you can't watch it both on TBS and Max yet? You have to wait till after the first of the year. Then you can watch it in 2 places at once, just like Time Cop.
Mr. Clarke, I told Big Time yesterday that I finally seen that reel, and I was like,
You
what
were
the
with
fuck?
me. You were with me when you finally watched it. And I was like, are you finally watching that? Like you thought I was joking about it? This man popped so loud when he
Just
did
like
that.
My favorite show, Time Cop. Like they got the banner and everything. I'm like,
And he had 2 microphones. I don't know if you noticed that. He had a microphone in each hand when he was doing that announcement.
oh, double fisting. Huh?
Yes, I've seen the double fisting jokes. Even Kevin Nash said that's a different way of double fisting than in the day of Eric Bischoff and I. Something around those rhymes. That's not an exact quote.
I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut 'cause I don't want to get us thrown off air.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's your Monday Night Raw post-show review. It's a short and sweet. Not a whole lot to talk about there. Not a whole lot to go there. Yes, we're not going to talk about whatever her name, Sexy Red. Don't care. You may care. Congratulations. More power to you. We don't care here at the Value Wrestling about Sexy Red.
no.
But anyways, that's your Monday Night Raw post-show review. Me and Mr. Z had a wild time. As you could see, there's a video posted. I was violently attacked by Jekylls. But last night we had a hell of a show. A major battle royal. A great show for Collective Stampede in Woodland, California last night on October 6th. We got all the way up to Woodland, California to be there. Never knowing what was going to go on. Planning to do the commentary and then wound up getting this moment. I mean, I got to be the ring announcer. Mr. Z did the best job he could. Did an amazing job calling the whole show by himself. Going solo on a flight that long, 3 hours of a show, trying to do it all, and then standing there and watching me get knocked out by Jekylls. I mean,
Yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't get there faster enough to you. I got a bad foot.
yeah, well,
It's more like gimpy. Let's go.
it happens.
Getting gimpy with it. No.
Anyways, we started off the night with an amazing battle royal, and then we had the SPW teachers versus the SPW students. All-day crew taking on the Honor Society. of Scoot Robertson, Sir Samurai, and of course our other buddy over there, the metal mechanic, Bobby Callahan.
Yep. Oh, man.
Chima, Nasty Boy, AJ Hernandez. And I forget who the other guy was in that show. There was a whole slew of matches. We had a great match between Operativo 209 and Bubaha. Or Bubeho. Diamante.
Yeah.
And Diamante was injured. I think it was a twisted ankle. We wish him the best and hope he recovers and everything is okay and it's not a more severe injury.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Nova in a great match last night.
Oh, yeah.
Jack Tracy,
Yeah,
T-Bone
Boost.
Talon winning the SPW California Championship, I believe. The new Collectible Stampede Tag Team Champions and Sir Samurai and Scoot Robertson, the Honor Society, winning those titles too. And of course, the big man, Drake Frost, winning the Collectible Stampede Championship, the Chase Championship.
Yep.
Lots of title changes last night on a huge event. So
Oh, yeah.
it was a fun time, a great time. We had a blast. Mr. Z has a notebook there with all the wonderful writing, all the little details that came into play.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll see how long it'll take for us to fill up this notebook, because, man, we're going to get there.
Shima tore up our sign, but that's okay, Shima. We got new signs coming for you when we come on the 20th of October to SPW's Ghouls, Frights, and Wrestling Tights. And yes, Jekyll, you can knock me in the face, but I will get up. I will recover. I will move forward. I will be there. So I may be beaten, battered, and bruised a little bit, but I will be there. And if I need to,
Adonis will take care of that man.
if I need to, I will have my big man take care of you. I mean, this man's taking a chop from Chima, so I'm sure you would be nothing but child's play to him.
Yeah.
So we could get the big man in the ring.
That forearm shiver looked good.
We could get the big man in the ring with the clown Jekyll's. And you know what, Jekyll's? I understand why the Dark Fox Illuminae called you a clown. And yes, you are nothing but a little sideshow carny clown. Nothing special.
The Wicked Payaso?
Like I said, man, hell of a show. One night. What a weekend. I mean,
yeah, no, it was one hell of a night.
Everything that we have done. I mean, I said it before, to see where we've told people before, don't sleep on our brand. We got big things coming. I just didn't expect you to take a shot like that to the face.
Well, I didn't either, you know. I was not expecting either. I was just turning to walk out of the ring, and all of a sudden, I saw this crazed, deranged, psychopathic, I don't know, just, he was there. And then the next thing I know is I was looking at the ground. I don't even know how to tell you how I got from standing in the ring to the ground. I mean, it was just kind of an instantaneous boom.
Yeah. My goodness.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call it a night. We're going to get out of here. We thank you for stopping by. We thank you for tuning in. We will see you on the next one. Tomorrow, we will see the New Japan Rebound podcast up both on the Patreon and the YouTube page. Wednesdays, we should see a Martin We Trust. Friday, we'll be back with your SmackDown post-show review. Saturday, we, of course, will be here with a review for Wrestle Dream. Then this Sunday, we'll be back with your weekly roundup. And we'll be 1 week away from Ghouls, Frights, and Wrestling Tights, the biggest SPW event ever. You'll need to be there.
Yes.
So you'll need to show up and show out because that's going to be a big event. It's going to be a fun time. The Value Wrestling won't be there. We're not going to run and hide. You could beat us down. We'll just dust ourselves off and get right back up. I could be scarred, bruised, and beaten. But you're going to have to kill me not to show up.
Someone need to teach Jekyll's about hard times, brother. That's what we need to. That's what
Oh, we gotta give some hard time, my boy. It's okay, Jekyll's. One day, the consequences will come. Jekyll's will have his answering. Will have his day. I will get my redemption. There will come a dime and a day.
Another day, brother.
And when I'm cheering that Illuminate continues that title reign, as he's standing tall in victory as SPW champion at the end of Rules, Frights, and Wrestling Tights, when he's standing over the fallen clown, old Jekyll's won't be laughing because I'll be laughing. I'll be laughing the loudest. That is for sure. Hi, kitty cat. You got to go bye-bye. It'll be a fun time in the old town. Oak Grove, California, on October 20th, the Indoor World Soccer Arena, or the SPW Arena as we call it. We will be there. We'll be there live. It's a Halloween costume party. Come dressed up. There'll be a costume battle royal. Get to see who's going to dress up as what. And then some great, amazing action is going down on the card. It's going to be a loaded show, that is for sure. I think we'll see a great match all the way around when you get out there, because I mean, go ahead.
You think we get more fans to make sexy grandpa signs?
I was halfway thinking about getting the printouts and just getting a whole, realm of paper and just print it out and pass it about. So we'll have to see what we can get done. It's
sexy grandpa sex.
But, I mean, we're going to have some amazing action. Jack Tracy is going to defend the SPW Extreme Championship in a four-way with Eliza Hammer, Daniel Torch, and Bobby Callahan. If you were at Plead the Fifth, you know Daniel Torch got a shot up that came up a little short. And then good old Bobby Callahan, the Metal Mechanic, got involved in that match at the end. Bryce Guzza and Aiden Andrew, who you may recognize as the All-Day Crew SPW Training Academy students, will be in action at this show. And Scoot Robertson is going to take on Guapo Lupe. That should be an interesting match. And of course, like I said, the main event of that night on October 20th, Sunday, October 20th, the Soccer World Indoor Arena, Elk Grove, California. Doors open at 4:30, first bell at 5 p.m. Tickets are $20. You can buy tickets online. Go through the Eventbrite. You can go to Supreme Pro Wrestling on Facebook. The link in the description below. The main event, the SPW Championship on the line when Jekyll's goes one-on-one with Illumide, the Dark Fox Illumide.
Oh, yeah.
So, and Mr. Z, the big man, will be there. You never know who's going to show up. This is the biggest event you're going to see. These are one of the few events where surprises tend to happen. Surprises tend to happen at the anniversary show or this show. And Scoot Robertson will tell you, if you go watch The Scoop with Scoot and Sir Samurai, your new Stampede Collectibles Tag Team Champions, he's going to tell you this is the biggest event all year, if not ever the biggest event. This is going to top the anniversary show. So you want to come out. We don't know who's going to show up. You don't know who might come and answer the call of the Choppy World Tour. Ow, okay, I can't do that anymore. I can't. Oh, hurts the face. Go ahead, Mr. Z.
I bet. I've been to these Halloween events, and yeah, there's standing room only. They get to that point. Standing room only. These are the big shows.
You want to come pack this place out. Costume contest. I know they're going to have a costume contest. Candy is going to be given away. It's going to be a fun time. We're going to have signs. We might even print out sheets of paper that say Sexy Grandpa on it. So you can have your own Sexy Grandpa sign to show up and show out. So who knows what you're going to get into. We're going to have some great signs. Chima, we got signs for you. Signs. And of course, you don't know what's going to happen. Because Jekyll's is going to be there. We're going to be there. The Dark Fox and Illumide is going to be there. Who knows? Who knows who will step up to the Choppy World Tour? Mr. Z doesn't even know who might be there.
No. No. No.
Maybe it's
You
time.
do understand that every show we go to, I have to go in with the frame of mind that I might get chopped that night.
Maybe
Unfortunately,
we need to get smart and call out one of the oldest legends there, one of the great legends, ECW legend, Smoky Mountain Wrestling legend. Maybe he needs to sign on to the Choppy Choppy Hall of Fame.
you do know that I'd be more than humbled for that one. Just just of who he is, man.
Yes.
As long as he don't, mass transit my big hefty self,
Okay.
we're good.
Oh,
I think Mass Transit kind of mass transit himself a little bit in that story, but that's a different day. But with that note, let's get out of here. Gentlemen, tell them good night.
have a good night, folks.